And folks, there are a lot of movies out right now, and unfortunately it's hard for a lot of people at home, Andy, to know what movies are good, what movies aren't good. They have trouble, all right? And it's expensive to go to a movie.
Oh, yeah.
So we thought we'd help viewers with our brand new feature. We've done it a few times. It's relatively new. Conan and Andy on the Aisle. And this is a feature where we'll review some films.
I'm ready.
What a happy little tune that was.
It is nice.
Yeah, very pretty. I wrote that myself. All right, ladies and gentlemen, let's begin right now. Our first film is Pulp Fiction. It's Quentin Tarantino's quirky, violent look at the lives of L.A. hitmen. And it's played by John Travolta and Samuel L. Jackson.
You know, Conan, John Travolta's terrific in this film. He finally establishes himself as one of the finest actors working in Hollywood today.
Yes. Now, Travolta is very good. But, Andy, unfortunately, there were a couple of scenes where he seemed to be falling back on old tricks. Well, let's look at one right now. Have a gander.
Don't you hate that?
Hey, what?
Uncomfortable silences.
Silences? What, is she kidding?
Why do you feel it's necessary to yak about food in order to be comfortable?
Hey, watch your mouth, lady. You got a baby here.
That's when you know you found somebody really special.
Andy, I mean, what's going on? Why did he need the baby? You know? He didn't need the baby. I mean, haven't we seen enough wisecracking babies for one lifetime? I think I have.
Yeah. Look who's talking and tell him to shut up.
Very nice. Oh, all right. Now, ladies and gentlemen, our next film is Quiz Show. It's director Robert Redford's look at the TV quiz show scandals of the 1950s.
Conan, this is fascinating stuff. Redford tells a compelling story of moral conflict. I just wish he could have been a little more subtle at times.
Yeah, I agree, Andy. He can get pretty heavy-handed. Let's look at a scene where the producers first asked contestant Charles Van Doren to help rig the show. You'll see what we're talking about.
Think about what this could mean for the cause of education. 40 million people will watch you on 21. It's not like anybody has to know, just us three.
It just doesn't seem right. I'd have to say no.
I couldn't believe it. I couldn't believe it. You know, Andy, the studio actually made him cut that scene down. It originally went on for 23 minutes.
Silence is golden, but that much silence isn't golden.
Yes. Well put, Andy. All right, our next film is The Next Karate Kid, Andy. Now, this time around, Pat Morita comes to the aid of a teenage girl who's played by newcomer Hilary Swank. Now, Andy, every move in this film is very predictable, but it still provides a certain level of satisfaction, I feel.
Yeah, but there was one really disturbing moment, though. It came during the montage of the training scenes.
Yeah, no, I think I know the moment you're talking about. It was a little disturbing. Let's take a look.
To be a cat in that bag.
Yeah.
Why?
No, you know, actually, Andy, it sounded like two cats to me.
Oh.
Yeah, no, I'm sure the ASPCA is looking into that very question. It's really frightening. Someone should do something.
Wrong.
No, it's wrong. Good movie, though.
It was great.
Yeah, wonderful. Especially that scene. All right. Our next film, ladies and gentlemen, is The River Wild. Meryl Streep plays a former daredevil river rafter in this exciting action adventure.
Conan, the action was terrific, but the dialogue, it seems a little limited.
Yeah, it was. I know exactly what you're talking about, Andy. Here's a scene I think you'll agree.
Good boy. This part's wild. This is wild.
The river's wild here?
Right here it gets wild.
Wild. Feels wild.
Right here it's going to get really wild.
The river's really wild.
Wild.
Oh, no, this is wild right now.
Right now it's going to be very wild.
The river's wild.
Wild.
It's a wild river.
Wild.
The river. Oh, God, the
Right here
river's...
it's really wild.
Oh, God, the river's wild.
Wild. The river's wild.
This part isn't so wild.
It's going to get
Oh,
wild.
now it's wild.
It's wild.
Oh.
Right here's wild.
Wild.
Oh, the river's wild.
This is wild.
Oh, God, it's a wild, wild river.
Okay, you know, we get it. We get it. The river is wild.
Really?
Yeah. No, we sort of understood it after like 15 seconds.
know.
Our last film, ladies and gentlemen, is Clear and Present Danger, which brings us the further adventures of CIA analyst Jack Ryan, as portrayed by Harrison Ford.
Conan, this is a really solid suspense thriller. It's crackling with energy. The only thing that bothered me, though, was the product placement.
Yeah, product placement, the subtle use of brand name products in a scene. It's been done for years, but it was done very poorly in this movie, shockingly poorly. Take a look.
Some things have gone on here that I'm just becoming aware of. Yeah. And now we have to sort them out. We have to figure out who is responsible for what. You mind if I give you a bit of advice? Of course, you know this because you're a smart guy. You should never make important decisions while you're upset.
You did. And American soldiers and innocent civilians are dead.
How dare you come into this office and bark at me like some little junkyard dog? I am the President of the United States.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, well, I hope this was informative. I hope it helped you to make wise movie decisions. Ladies and gentlemen, we're going to be right back with Dana Carvey.